Well, it looks like they brought us back a gun from Future Soldier and Ghost Recon, but this is probably one of the better guns that they brought back from a game like that. What's going on, all you Ghost Recon Wildlands fans? I'm Predictable60 here, bringing you guys the next gun review in Ghost Recon Wildlands. Today we'll be looking at the Ghost Recon Future Soldier ACR, and this is probably one of the cooler looking weapons that they could have brought back from the game. I don't know if this was an actual skin from the first game, but it does look very unique on this game, and I do believe that this is something that I will enjoy using, and I think that this is something that a lot of you can get a really good kick out of. Now, I'm not really too sure if it just comes for those who have the season pass or if you have to buy it if you don't have it. Now, I mean, I'm pretty sure there's an easy way to obtain this, such as going to the Ubisoft club and buying it through there, but I'm not positive on that, so don't quote me. But of course, we can sit here and just get a good look at how useful this weapon is. Now, when we pull this thing out, well, I know I'm in a drone right now, but I know when we pull this weapon out, you have two different scopes on here. It's pretty much the hybrid sight, and that's probably one of my favorite sights because it gives you two different fields of vision, up close or just basically right in front of you, which I really don't mind because it could be a very versatile weapon if you need it be. And this is actually one weapon that you can put a silencer on, so you don't have to always go in guns blazing, which is one thing I really do appreciate that they did. They allowed you to be able to go in stealthy and don't have to be there. You know, there's a lot of people in this area, so this is not something you really just want to go in guns blazing. That's one thing I realized about this game, is that you really don't want to go in on this game trying to beat Rambo, because that really just won't end well for you. And I really don't think that playing on the offensive side on this game is something that you really want to try doing too often, just because the armor in this game I really don't think does anything for you. It just makes you look cooler, and it really doesn't have a role in this game. Now, for some reason, I know with the Unidad, it does play an effect because it takes a longer time to kill him, unless you're shooting him in the head or something. Even with the regular troops here, if you want to call them the I guess fuck boys, for those of you who like to just call the enemy any given name, but we'll just go ahead and stick with the traditional trap house guys, so to speak. But you know, these guys are just basically your coke dealers, and I mean, they're just normal, just soldiers. I mean, they don't have any type of armor. They have like body armor, but it's nothing special, so you really don't have to worry about people like these cartel members doing anything special or having any type of special armor. They just pretty much are your basic people you can kill. That you don't even have to shoot them in the head for it to be a quick kill, because they don't have, you know, your typical heavy armor on. They're not wearing any type of body armor. They're not looking like any type of juggernaut, so they're not going to give you that hard of a time. Now, I don't know if I have gotten to it yet, but this weapon, like I said, can be very versatile just due to the scope that you have on here, the hybrid scope. It does allow you to see targets from up to, I guess, as far as the eye can see. And I did take out a guy who was at least 150 meters or more away from me. So this weapon can be used for long range, definitely. And it is a weapon I would definitely recommend for those of you who like to play stealth and really like to play tactical, because this weapon really does provide everything you would need, such as long range, close range, and even a high rate of fire. You have a magazine of 30, so this is something that can be very useful on the field. And like I said, and like I always mention, whenever you want to take out vehicles with a weapon like this is something that you would like to go with, because of course, if your vehicle damage output is upgraded all the way, then of course this is going to play a much big role than just being a regular assault rifle. You can actually use this for a vehicle destroyer if you would like to do so. Now, you guys can see right here, I'm getting swarmed, and I'm still able to hold my own with the weapon like this. Now, of course, I have to get back in cover, and I always freak out when something like this happens. Whenever it tells me to fall back, I kind of panic, and that's not something you should really have to worry about with this weapon. Of course, it just depends on the person playing and how good they are as far as taking out people quickly and efficiently. Now, I'm pretty sure you can also affect the rate of fire with this weapon. I'm pretty sure there's a burst fire mode. I did not do that in this video. It's just fully automatic throughout the whole thing. But I mean, this weapon, you guys can just see right there, this weapon is good when you're just blind firing. When you just hit firing with this weapon, it's still just very useful as it is scoped in. So for those of you looking for a very useful weapon on the battlefield, then you can pretty much guarantee that this will be something worth using. So, you know, this weapon's damage output's not that high, but it's fairly up there. It's in the midway area. So this is definitely something I'd work with if you guys are looking for something very tactical. And I think it's very interesting that they're including a lot of other games, a lot of other Ubisoft games that were actually from Assassin's Creed to Ghost Recon, Division, all that good stuff. I know that's not the actual name of it, but Division is another one that they added. I actually did a video just yesterday about that game's weapon being in this game, and I thought that was pretty cool. Now, as to why they chose the Elvoa for a weapon to be put into this game, I'm not sure. So, I don't know why they chose that specifically, but I just want to show right here as well. I just hip fired that guy from a long distance. That was at least, I'd say, 80 meters away. So, I mean, that was a pretty good distance for me to be hip firing with this thing. And it have a silencer on there. So, you would think that having a silencer would affect the range, but it really doesn't. It just really, in this game, affects the damage output. So, of course, this is a good weapon for those of you looking to have something that would suit any need that you might be looking for. I actually had a good time using this weapon, and the ACR in general is just a good weapon. I'm probably going to go ahead and let this be counted as the actual ACR because the stats shouldn't be too much different. Now, like I say, there is stuff on this weapon, such as a grip and sights and stuff like that, but I think even if I didn't have anything put onto this weapon, it would still have the same amount of, I guess, play value. It'd still pretty much have the same type of overall feel of this weapon. So, I mean, I don't really think there'd be much of a point for me to record the ACR, just the regular ACR with, without the special name under it. So, for those of you looking for a good weapon that's an assault rifle, another one that you can probably look into is using the Ghost Recon Future Soldier assault rifle, and they also have the outfit to go along with it if you guys want to really be like you're playing Ghost Recon Future Soldier. But this is really unique to me that they put this in the game. I really do appreciate that, Ubisoft, and it's just one thing I really can value, that you guys do try a lot, and I really do respect you guys for that. And that's one reason that I'm a biggest fan, or one of your biggest fans. I'm not like have posters and everything from Ubisoft or whatnot, but I really do support Ubisoft just because they do provide you with the best content they possibly can. And of course, they're never going to make the best game, the perfect game. That's that kind of game it's not out there. No game is perfect. Every game has their flaws. This one definitely had its flaws, but at the same time, it's still very good for what it's worth. I did pay for the $100 version, so that's probably why. I pay for a lot of their expensive edition games because I know they're gonna be games that I come back to eventually. Division kind of fell off with me just for the simple fact that you had to. Once it got to that light level stuff that reminded me of Destiny, I just really could not stay into a game like that. I really didn't want the game to revolve around another game that had recently came out because I wasn't too keen on Destiny. I was at first, but then I started realizing that it's just repetitive stuff over and over. So that's one of the things that kind of got on my nerves with the Division. So I just kind of gave up on that game. Now this game, of course, I feel like, you guys can see I'm still coming back to this game to give you guys footage off of here because I really do enjoy the game genuinely. Now I know there's a lot of stuff I haven't done yet in this game, so just stick with me because I will be having a lot more coming your way. But thank you all for watching this video. If you guys would like to subscribe, for all you Ghost Recon Wildlands fans out there, go ahead and do so because like I say, there will be a lot more gun reviews coming your way and just gameplay in general. And if you guys have any comments or questions, leave them down below in the comment section, just because of course I always like interacting with you guys. And if you guys would like to show some more support, go ahead and like this video. Go ahead and share it as well, because I know you guys would enjoy doing so and helping me out to get the word out there to as many people as we can. So until next time, guys, this has been your broadcast. Unpredictable is out.